So today I'm showing you a look that I like to do whenever I have an event or some type of outing with my friends. It requires, I guess, a lot of products, but it comes out looking really good and it's not that much work. It's pretty easy, so I hope you guys can learn something from this video, and if you try the look out, make sure you let me know. So the first thing that I do is I prime my face. I use L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. So I use my Klean Colours brush that I bought for $1 on Shop Messy, and I just basically apply it all over my face. Next thing I do is I take my foundation, and right now I'm using NC44 by MAC in Studio Fix Fluid. I just put it on my Real Techniques stippling brush and I apply it on my face. I like to dab it on because I feel like it saves a lot of product when I apply it like this. Like, I don't know if you saw how much I used, but I didn't use a lot. Honestly, I think I used too much, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I totally used too much. Okay, and once I do that, I just kind of do circular motions with my brush and I evenly distribute it along my face. The next thing that I do is I take my wet beauty blender and I dab my face just to kind of set the foundation into my face, because I feel like if I don't do this, you can still see some like streak marks from the foundation. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural in dark and just swipe it over my face to even up my skin tone a bit, because it's a little bit ashy in some places. So my next step is taking my e.l.f. Clear Brow and Gel Lash Mascara and just putting it over my eyebrows to keep them in place for the day. And I now begin with my contouring. So I use a couple different things to contour. So the first thing that I use is this Shea Moisture Sheer Foundation. I have no idea what color it's in. It is not my complexion, but I bought it basically just to contour. So I don't really squeeze any product out. I just kind of like get a little bit on the top, and then I dip my brush in it ever so lightly and I wipe it off on the edge because like I said, I hardly use any, and I just apply it where my cheekbone has the shadow. I like to smile, so I can kind of round it here and follow along like where my cheekbone is where I smile, and then bring it up. And then I just blend it upwards. So the next product that I use to contour is my NYX Wonderstick. I have a video on this. I will link it below if you want to see a full like in-depth review and tutorial on this. Go ahead and watch it. I use this right along here. So I kind of just draw like a triangle. Okay. And I use my beauty blender. I use one more method of the dark contour, which is Blend by MAC, and I'm using my Real Techniques brush to apply that. This is the sculpting brush. Okay, then I just kind of go over and like trace it. And I like this because it is just so matte. And then I just go up here and along here. Alright, so this next step of mine is one of my most important parts of contouring. It's taking a lighter color and using it as a highlight. This is in the color W45. It's by L'Oreal, part of the True Match line. It's basically highlighting the high points of my face. So I start by doing it here, 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 and then I'll show you how I blend it after. I just kind of do like triangles along my face. Okay, and then I do it along the bridge of my nose, and I bring it up here, of course, like you see in every other tutorial, and that's it. Then I blend by dabbing and moving in a sideways kind of, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I just bring it to the side. I kind of blend in the direction of my face, if that makes sense. Now I take a little bit more of my Mineralize Skin finish by MAC and I just kind of swipe it over where I just applied that, just to even it out once again so it doesn't look ashy. Next thing I do is I add some blush. It is Gentle by MAC and I feel like it looks good on any complexion. Okay, so I use my Coastal Scents brush in BRCN25 and I just add some product to my cheeks. Next, I do one of my favorite steps in the makeup application process, which is adding some of my highlight. So I got this like 5 years ago from a friend who didn't want it anymore, and I'm still using it. And it's actually like a dupe for Albatross by NARS. It is Almay Intense Eye Color Powder Shadow. It doesn't really say much more. I don't know if they still sell it, but I hope so. I use my cheap ass Forever 21 brush to apply this. I got this in a gift set. And I just put it on the high points of my face where the light is hitting it. Next thing I do is my favorite thing ever, which is my eyebrows. I take pride in my eyebrows. They are my pride and joy. They are my life. I just think that eyebrows are such an important part of your face. They can make or break you, so make sure your eyebrows are on point. So I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. And I'm using a MAC brush in 233, I think it is. Yeah, 233. So I like to take the product on my brush and then kind of warm it up a bit in my hand because you don't want it to be too harsh. So I start at the bottom, then I go to the top, and I just kind of trace the outline of my natural brow. So if you want an in-depth tutorial on how I do my eyebrows, leave a comment down below because I would be happy to do that because I think everyone should know how to do their eyebrows. So now I'm taking my e.l.f. concealer brush. I got it online at Shop Miss A for like $1. And I'm using my Fit Me concealer in the shade 310, which is light. And I'm just going to highlight my brows and kind of clean them up at the bottom. So I've used a lot of eye primers, and personally my favorite is actually a very cheap one from e.l.f. I just put it on my eyelids and then I blend it out with my fingertip. So I'm using this palette that I got at some random makeup sale. Yeah, I don't know what brand it is. I'm using this light color here mixed with this one right here to kind of prep my eyes on. So my camera cut me off for some reason, it just stopped recording, so I didn't get to finish off my eye. All I really did was add the blunt as a contour and then do the main color. I just did literally 2 colors. Don't think it's that important though. Next thing I do is I take my L'Oreal Black Intense liner and I'm just gonna do a wing. If you guys like how I do my eyeliner, make sure you check out my other video. It's a 2-minute video on how I get my eyeliner looking on point. Next thing I do is I add some mascara. I'm using Marcel Lengthening and Curling Mascara. It's a hypoallergenic mascara, so if you have very sensitive eyes, it is a good one to use. So the last step of my video is taking some e.l.f. High Definition Powder and just using my MAC Makeup Wedge to apply that and sort of make my cheekbones look a little bit more chiseled. Then I take a Quo full face brush and I just swipe it downwards. So lastly, I take my ColourPop in Tulle and I'm just gonna apply it to my lips. I already have some color on my lips, but honestly I don't really give a fuck. So hopefully it comes out okay, even though I'm blending two colors together. So as I said, this is Tulle. By the way, this is the liquid matte lipsticks. These are the best things ever. So this is the complete look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys try it out. If you do, send me some cute selfies. Tag me on Instagram _ASHHXO or at the Amateur Guru. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, rate, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And as always, just stay cute.